Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. Now it is Easter and Passover started yesterday, and also this is the Orthodox Palm Sunday, so I just want to wish you all a happy Easter holiday, whatever you're sharing, whatever you're doing today. I just hope that you make the best of it, and I wish you all a lot of love and light to everything that you're doing in your life, okay? So, well, first things first, this has been, I have to say, a very challenging few weeks with Mercury retrograde. Now, I really don't like to blame everything on Mercury retrograde because it is an influence, and we are responsible for our actions. We are the ones who create a lot of the energies that we have in our life and the way we choose to basically to direct our path. Now, the influence of Mercury retrograde, yes, electronical things, new business, anything that is brand new that you have never done before or bought or tried will go a little haywire-y. And as I said before, it's not a good idea to do anything brand new, but more of like working with it, allowing things to manifest and develop the way they're meant to be. I highly recommend that you continue what you're doing. I mean, if you have a business that you're working on and you want to try something new, yes, it is recommended that you wait till after the retrograde, which is in the middle of April, which I believe is April 15th, yes. And it's a time to let go. It's a time to release everything that you want to do. You want to review. So I would say if you are planning on it, plan on it. But don't make that decision just yet. That's basically what we're told with Mercury retrograde. And from my personal experience, I found that it comes to very true for me. Now, there's a lot of intense energy on a lot of us, and we're feeling it. And maybe you're not feeling it, but maybe you're seeing it all around you. People are coming out and becoming very, I have to say, not angry at you per se, but more of like they're just angry in general with something. Like something is very irritating. And when it's irritating, we want to help, we want to do all that we can. But remember, you might get pulled in and you're going to absorb all of this. And when you absorb it, it seems to take over and overwhelm you. And that's why I highly recommend that you really stop, look, and listen on what is going on around you versus trying to put your energy to change things. So a little bit of a challenge this week, and it might go on a little longer. Now, the only thing that you have to look out for is not to do anything impulsive. That's basically what I've always said during Mercury retrograde, especially if you have some ideas, write them down, meditate on them, really pray over them, and let yourself like absorb those ideas. It's not a good idea to just take that leap and try it. A lot of things are also going to be shown to you, maybe a lot of truth, because this Mercury retrograde is actually going through the sun of Mars, which is Aries. And Aries is a fiery sign, and it's a wonderful sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac, and basically it just brings out a lot inside of us. So that's why maybe you're seeing some anger issues coming through you or through a loved one or someone that you know, maybe a coworker, maybe your divine partner is showing some type of like restlessness and reviewing things from past situations that don't pertain to this situation in your life, the relationship that you have, but reflecting a lot. And this is okay, but don't get yourself too wrapped up with it. I've been seeing this a lot lately, and you know, not just with clients, but with my own personal circle. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say right at the beginning. Now this reading is based upon love. Soulmates, twin flames, divine partners is around soulmate connections. Now, you may not have one, or maybe you think you don't have one, but we all have one. We have actually more than one. I created these readings basically not to tell you what to do, but actually to help guide you to use them to your highest good. Basically, they're messages coming through the divine and given to you through these readings, through these oracle readings that I give every week. Or they may resonate at other times, and you may have to revisit. This is the best thing to do. Take notes. Write down everything that you're receiving. Maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I'm going to write this down and I'm going to see how it will pan out in my life for this week, or if it does resonate. basically you have to take what resonates with you, take what you need, use it, and whatever doesn't, maybe you know someone, maybe there is someone that you know that needs to hear these things, because sometimes ego can play a big role in this. And as I mentioned before, we don't want to hear it all the time, but we do, because we need it to basically to empower us. So the cards that I used were a newer deck that I just received. Let me get that going. Magical Times. If you can read that, let me see if I can get that clear enough. Okay, there we go. Magical Times Empowerment Cards by Jody Bergsma. And very beautiful cards. I find them to be very vivid, and I love fairies, I love butterflies. I just love the whole energy of magical beings that exist, magical beings that maybe are more of like in the other realms, but whatever they are, they empower us. We use them. I love all of these things that are spiritual, and I believe in what the universe has given to us, and these are part of it. Okay, so the first card that I pulled, okay, if you can see that, I'll try to clear that up. Cycles. And a very beautiful card, as you can see. They're unicorns going in circles. It's a cycle, yin-yang, going back and forth and circulating the energy. And as you can see a little closer, there's even a dragon inside. It looks like a unicorn or a dragon, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, they are beautiful, and it's circulating the energy, the cycles. And as it says on the card, we are all becoming. Surrender to your changes, release your fear, trust this powerful process. And that's very important right now. Just what I mentioned, just what I said about the energy that is going on currently. Now, you may feel like, okay, this is not affecting me. I have everything under control, but I'm watching others. Or you're feeling, I don't know if I can take this any much longer. It just seems like it's overwhelming me. I don't know what to do. I want to run. Whatever those feelings that you're getting, whatever you're seeing in front of you, this is a time to empower yourself and let go of that fear-based energy, because fear-based energy is what causes Divine Masculine to run. The Divine Masculine, he's not running from what is in front. He is running from what is within. And from what is within is inside of you, is inside of me, it's inside of all of us, because we have a fear-based energy. And sometimes we can't face it. Sometimes we do try to sweep it under the rug, so to speak. And it's saved for another time that can actually trigger us off in a place where we're not happy. We're not content. We're not looking at the true potential of our existence. Now, this is a time when you have to stop looking at, why isn't my life getting better? Why do I find so much anxiety with doing this? Why isn't this person responding to me? Or why isn't this person coming back to me? This is a fear-based energy. You are working on the fear, working on the fear that is inside of you. The Divine Masculine is running away from that fear and not facing it. And this is where it's really important to allow yourself to surrender to the changes. Release this fear. Trust the powerful process, as the card says here, because it's never going to happen if you are always allowing it to dominate you. And when you see others around you, maybe they're negative, and maybe you don't feel as negative as they do, but you're absorbing it. You have to resist. I strongly suggest that you resist people who bring your vibration down, because when they bring your vibration down, you become lower inside and you don't feel complete as a loved person, a loved being. You don't love yourself, in other words. And that's why love is the center and foundation of your core, deep inside your soul center. If you don't have the love, and I've always said it, you're not going to amplify love outside. So allowing the cycle to move forward, allowing the cycle to change and let go, you're going to find yourself in a new cycle. Maybe this is all happening for a specific reason, for you to actually find what it is that you have in your heart and release it. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Creation. Okay, if I can get this clear. Okay. Creation. Remember your thoughts, reshape your future. Your words create today. Your choices become your reality. And you can see the small sparrow in the center of this beautiful window, this glass window or crystal ball. I mean, these cards are beautiful. The colors are very, very magnetizing. I don't know, it's like it just draws me. I just love it. And it's like a dream almost, but I feel the empowerment energy coming from the sparrow. And the sparrow says, creation, creating. Remember your thoughts. Shape your future. Your words will create today. Your words create today. Your choices become your reality. So the cards are saying right now that you need to create what is in your heart, not what you think others are expecting of you. Divine Masculine here needs to know that it's time to start amplifying higher. It's time to stop running and listening to that inner voice. The Divine Masculine is definitely playing something out and getting through something. Maybe it's not exactly what you're looking for, maybe it's not what you want, but there's something definitely in the mix, something that's definitely working on in the background. It's more of a energy creation versus a thought creation. Something is being molded inside of you that you can take with you, that you can use to your highest good to empower yourself. Otherwise, you're always going to feel like you're kind of like tiptoeing through everything and not getting what you want. So it's time for you to let go, to surrender, to release it. There could be a relationship that you've been bickering at, you've been not getting along with this person. This person has so much love to give you, but maybe you're not seeing it because you're seeing it one way and she's seeing it or he's seeing it another way. He's not realizing the full potential of your relationship, but though knows that you're the one, you're the love, but not expressing enough emotions, enough feelings, is causing like a trigger feeling. And like we talked about before, the cycles that happen in your past, in your previous situations, kind of like follow you. And it seems like sometimes it's the same pattern. And that's what Mercury retrograde kind of does. It kind of like reminds us of why our lives were the way they were. Kind of like we're all going through like not exactly like a therapy session, but we're kind of like reviewing everything and analyzing it. And I say that's fine under the circumstances that you're trying to heal, you're trying to let go, you're trying to release. But when it starts to creep up and you start to feel negative inside, and especially against your divine partner, you're going to actually get this negative feeling, angry, and throw out negative words that you don't even mean. You don't mean these things. You're not truly speaking from within your heart. You're actually speaking out from ego. And ego is, again, it plays a big role with Mercury retrograde. It seems like Mercury retrograde has a big hold on ego because we reflect on things that hurt us before if we allow it. And we bring it back to us in the future. Kind of like we time traveled, brought what we didn't need in our past, and we took it with us and brought it to the surface. And guess what? We've actually created a negative circle, and we're kind of like full of anxiety. And anxiety is a tough process to get rid of. I know I work on myself all the time. Not that I'm having anxiety, but it can happen to anyone. Panic attacks, a feeling of unsettledness. This is why we have to continue to say our affirmations. We have to be positive. We have to bring the tone down. We have to raise our vibrations, because let's face it, it is very difficult living in this world with all that's going on. And I'm not going to get into what we see, what is happening, what we read. I avoid everything that when it comes to the news and just speaking out with the media. Except for social media, I do engage, but that's something I control on who I see and who I don't. So, and even there, that's another thing. If you are going on social media to check up on somebody because you need to review what they're doing, that is not really advisable right now, especially during Mercury retrograde, because it's going to bring up past emotions. Maybe it's innocent. We put whatever we want on social media, but you may take it wrong. Like one simple word So one simple post, and that post got a like from a specific other person, automatically maybe your mind is going to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to bring up anything, but this is a message that I have to say, and this is a message that maybe it doesn't pertain to what I'm talking about in the reading, but you need to stop looking at what is being posted, okay? Look at what is being brought to you on the surface, but not investigating, so to speak. I mean, I know it's kind of like we all do it. We want to check, see what's going on, but do it in a lighthearted way, because that's what social media is about. It's about finding love and light with communication with people. Join a support group with twin flames, soulmates. I do have one on my Facebook page, and it's Soulmates and Twin Flames. You're more than welcome to join. We'd love to have you in our community. It's where we share a lot and we bring out a lot so that we can support each other during this journey. Okay, but anyways, getting back to the reading, just remember to find yourself in a place where you're not being so consumed, okay? So let's go to the next card. Reconciliation. And this card, as you can see, beautiful butterflies or fairies. They can be fairies. But these two are, looks like mom and the daughter, the baby. Very beautiful. She's got very piercing eyes and love the colors. I love butterflies. If any of you know me, I'm a butterfly fanatic. I just love going to butterfly, whatever is butterflies. At the zoo they had this like butterfly room, but no, they no longer have it. Anyways, as you can see, this card says, remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. And reconciliation, okay? Meaning coming together, meaning being together, being as one. This is definitely a card for divine union. This is definitely a sign telling you things are on its way. Things are reconciling. Not necessarily what you want, but things are coming together in a spiritual sense. You're remembering the source of love, coming back to love. Now, I know a lot of you may say it as, okay, well, does that mean if you're in a relationship where you're apart, you're saying to yourself, is this a relationship that we're going to get back together? Well, it may and it may not. I can't really answer. Like I said before, this reading is mainly to help you, to guide you, but it's definitely getting back to the point of loving yourself, loving your whole entire being. It's also saying that this is a time to connect with something in the higher above, the higher divine of light, because reconciliation is very possible. Now, if you're going through like a breakup and you want to know if you're going to find reconciliation with this person because you haven't completely cut the ties or you haven't broken up, well, during Mercury retrograde, this is the thing. Mercury retrograde usually plays a big role in bringing back old relationships, especially divine soulmates, especially twin flames, and it seems to bring out the people who were supposed to get together. Now, there's a big group of soul connections that are in the process of coming together, of coming to divine union, but there is some that it has to wait their turn. They have to wait whatever the universe, whatever their journey is, whatever their soul connection with that person, whatever map that they need to follow by, this is their life. Reconciliation is very possible. Also, being united with your soulmate. Maybe you haven't met your soulmate, and this is a time to find them, find her, find him. Maybe you've been through so many toxic relationships that you've always been in the same cycle over and over, and it's time to start over again with creating a new beginning. That reconciliation is the next step for you to be united with your twin flame. You have to make the choices that are necessary today. You have to follow what is in front of you. Sometimes it's not what you want. Maybe it's not what you've expected, but it happens for a reason, and it's a blessing in disguise. So look on it as it's part of the process. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Strength. And it's a polar bear, a beautiful polar bear. I love polar bears. And it says, you have courage, you can endure, find your center, and spiral into your power. And that's the message. That's basically the message here. In order for you to get through this difficult time, these obstacles that may be in your way, finding truth inside your center is going to help you get through it. It might not be the time for you to get back together with her or him. Maybe it's time for you to work on yourself in order for you to get out of this vicious cycle. It could also be that you're not finding yourself in a good relationship and it's time for you to rethink things. Maybe you're doing something wrong that you really need to change your ways. Maybe the ego-based energy is causing you to be this way and causing you to say and do things that you don't mean. So you have to have the strength. You have to endure what you feel in your heart with love and light. I know I talk about this a lot, and it's so true because this is where it comes from. It comes from your core. And I know a lot of you hear this word core a lot because the core is the center of us. And it is the center of your soul. It is the center of your spirit. But you can't see it if you are hiding behind a lot of ego-based energy, fear-based energy, anger energy, anxiety, because it accumulates. It's all about working on yourself to get to your highest good in love. And by doing all of this, you can find the peace inside yourself. The love is inside of you. Loving yourself is key here with coming to divine union with your twin, with your twin soul, with your soulmate. And it's all about getting through these cycles. Now, it may be a difficult time for you, but trust me, it's going to be over. It will change. But you have to work with it. These obstacles that are in front of you, you have to work with them. You can't complain. You can't put it into a place where you're saying, I'm tired of this. I need more. Why is this happening to me? Complaining, putting all this negativity on yourself is only going to make things worse. Do things that make you happy. Find things that like appealing energy towards you so that you can empower yourself. Okay? So I really hope that you've enjoyed this reading, and I really hope that it resonated with you, because in many ways it resonated with me, and I know a few people that it will resonate with them as well. And that's why I encourage you, if you find that this reading can help someone that you know as well, please share. And I know that we are all going through different situations, so everybody is different. These cards, these readings are not necessarily meant to tell you what to do. I am not judging you. I'm not telling you in a harsh way. Sometimes I use a little firmness in my voice because I get excited and I get like really worked up. That's the Scorpio in me. And I love you all, and I want to help you as much as I can through these readings, and in the future, whatever I can do. So if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate the support and love that many of you have been sharing with me, and your situations and how things have empowered your life with this twin flame soulmate journey that you've been on with your divine partner, trying to find your peace, and how these readings are helping you to get there. And that's what I want to do. I want to help you on your journey. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments area. I try my best to get to them as quick as I can, but I get busy, and sometimes I don't have time to engage as much as I'd like to on social media because there's not enough time in a day, but I will get back to you. And also, if you'd like to book your own personal reading, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and the links are down below inside my blogs, along with many informative articles and information about soulmates, twin flames, divine partners. Okay, so I really want to wish you all a very happy and blessed holiday, Easter, Passover, whatever you're sharing with your family, whatever you plan to do. I wish you all the best, and God be with you. Namaste.